Hey Judy, hey Allison.
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
Good. How'd your show go?
Uh, I had no one was notified. I don't know why. No one got their notification,
Yeah, I didn't get one.
and I don't know what happened with that. Um, and I had five people participating. I don't know where they were located. I asked them, and they stayed for a good 20 minutes. So they stayed on for a good while. I didn't have any sales though. So, um,
Huh.
but I mean, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's um it's a mystery how it all works, you know? It seems like well, we don't have much visibility into the data or the stats, and that makes it difficult as well. Hey Kime, how are you?
I'm good, Dennis. I hope you guys had a great weekend.
Yeah, we did. Put up the Christmas tree, did all kinds of stuff.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I got to get mine up too. I've been harassed and I'm like, yeah, but give me a
It's still
minute.
November.
It
Yeah.
is. It
Well, we
is. But
had we had two of Elizabeth's kids here, and they're all about it. So I loved it. They took it upon themselves, and I was delighted. I would have paid them money and offered it had I been smart enough to think of that, but I didn't have to, luckily.
good thinking.
Hey Eva, how are you?
Hi, hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no complaints. How about you?
It was really good. I could use a couple more days, but here we are, December.
Yeah, I don't know. You go too many days off, you get lazy and unproductive. So got to be a limit to everything, right?
This is true.
So. And Judy, I said hello to you, but I kept talking and didn't answer you if you responded. How are you doing today?
Well, thank you. And like everybody else, I had a wonderful holiday season. I'm kind of holding off on putting up the tree, but that will come soon.
Yeah, yeah, good for you. Well, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and others may join us. We're going to talk today about TalkShop.Live, and they've got a fairly organized process of how you work with them. So I'm going to go through that, and I've also hired somebody who is available to help you
Good.
with that. The person does have another job, but they will respond because this is what they're doing. So we're going to go through the materials that they sent me, but there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about just in general. So even though we're looking at this as, we looked at Pop Shop Live, we're looking at Talk Shop Live, we've talked about TikTok, other things. Really, all this boils down to, and this is strictly my opinion, I have no proof of this, but I believe that live streaming e-commerce is going to become part of your business, and it will grow over time. And it may be that one of these platforms will turn out to be really good, or perhaps it'll be your Facebook page or your website or some other destination. But I'm convinced, based on the data that I have seen, which admittedly is limited, the conversion percentage is much, much higher on live streaming than it is on traditional e-commerce. I know most of you or some of you have paid for Facebook ads and have seen pretty decent conversion with those in the past. I guess that's dried up for one reason or another. But this live streaming, to me, really combines kind of the best of small business on Main Street with the ability to scale it electronically. So you can be yourself, you can wear a peanut suit, you can do all kinds of stuff. But it really seems to me that it's got traction. And, I think some categories of product will do better than others. In China right now, it seems, based on the data that I can get, that the number one category for live streaming is snacks, believe it or not. Out of all the things they sell in China, snacks seems to be particularly hot on that. So, it's really not relevant to compare China because it's much further along and it's a much, much larger world. One of the things in China that you get where we have lots of big websites, we have Google, we have Facebook, we have Amazon. Over there, they tend to be all in one. So if, for example, you're on Alibaba, then you will use Alibaba for everything. You won't have pieces of others. It'll all be Alibaba payments, website, social media. It's all kind of combined. And there are a couple other players as well. So they have a little bit of a different world over there as far as that goes. Once somebody is in a particular ecosystem, that's where they stay. It's apparently they don't surf around like we do in the United States, and they all do the same thing. They all do everything. So just something to kind of keep in mind. So I'm gonna start off with this as a short video. The TalkShop.Live people, they seem to be maybe a little bit more than a year older than PopShop.Live in terms of when they were established. They're also in Nashville, Tennessee. They're in a kind of a different mentality, if you will, than Los Angeles, from what I've seen. They are. It seems like they're interested in lots of different product categories, whereas PopShop.Live seems to be really interested in categories that appeal to the under 30 crowd primarily. I don't know that for a fact, but that's what it seemed like. So I'm hoping that TalkShop.Live will introduce more customers, new customers, maybe customers more in line with the kinds of products that we sell, and at the kind of the look and feel, I guess, that we're used to. The other thing about them that I really like is they have taken an approach to grow their business by putting a lot of celebrities on their platform. So they have Dolly Parton, they have Oprah, you just name it. Just about every A-list celebrity has gone live on TalkShop.Live. Usually they're selling a book or something, or maybe a movie that they've done. Seems to be, I think the people behind TalkShop.Live are from the country music industry. I think they worked for the Country Music Association before they started TalkShop.Live. So they have a lot of connectivity in with celebrities. And what will be interesting to me to see is, will those audiences that those celebrities drive, they have to sign up for a TalkShop.Live account. They have to go through some steps in order to do it. Will that spill over to other folks on the platform? Don't know. They seem to think that it does. And, it remains to be seen, but it certainly can't hurt from my perspective. And part of it, from a marketing perspective for you all, right now we're looking at these ideas as kind of, how much business can these platforms drive to us? But soon, I think you'll be thinking about, how can I drive business using this platform to me? Because some of my customers, even ones I already have, might prefer this methodology of doing business with me compared to a fair, a festival, or even an online shopping. So I think it's a cross-promotional thing. It's not going to be just what one group or another can do. It's going to be part and parcel of your marketing. And I think you'll find that a relatively high percentage of your customers will prefer this method over other methods. That's my hunch. But we'll have to see. So they have a couple other things that you may have noticed, or maybe you didn't notice. One of the things they do, their previews are generally 30 seconds instead of 15 like PopShop. And you also film it with a horizontal of your phone, not the vertical, which is different. And when you do your preview, you can load your products in and you can start selling from the preview. They actually make the transactions live on the preview, and also they keep it live after the show. Some of the people have told me that they see as much as 50% of the sales from the recordings, not from the live show. So that's something to keep in mind that's different than PopShop.Live. They're persistent. The videos stay up there. You can sell your stuff, before and after. So I think that's a really positive thing. There'll be other things as I think about it that are different, but the feeling I get from these folks is they really are interested in building all kinds of products, not just Japanese comic books and anime and stuff like that. I think it's a little broader. So I like that. So I think that'll be good. So I'm going to start this. It's a 4-minute video that'll take us through getting started. And I think it's pretty easy to follow. Famous last words, right?
Welcome to TalkShop.Live. In this video, I will walk you through the steps to getting started on the platform that include creating your account, launching your channel, adding products, and scheduling a show. First, create your free TalkShop.Live account by clicking the Sign In button on the top right corner of the navigation bar. Click Sign Up, and then opt to create your account using an email address. Enter the necessary account information and continue. Launch your channel by selecting Enable Go Live Account from the drop-down menu. Next, name your channel, enter a short bio and upload an image of your brand logo. If you are a Shopify user, connect your store using the TalkShop.Live Shopify app for a seamless integration and easy way to manage your orders. If you do not use Shopify, click No Thanks. On the next screen, enter your payout method. This is the account that will be paid automatically with your sales earnings. If you are a Shopify user, this step is not required as all TalkShop.Live orders will flow through your existing Shopify system. If you skipped any of these steps, you can access these prompts later by selecting Channel Settings from the drop-down menu. Welcome to your channel. Click the Edit Channel button to modify your avatar, handle, cover image, or bio. To load products, select My Products from the drop-down menu and click the Add Product button. Enter the standard product details and click Save Changes. Continue by uploading a photo of your product, adding inventory, and entering variants if applicable. Note: if you are a Shopify user, these steps are not necessary as all product details are synced automatically using the TalkShop.Live Shopify app. Each product requires a shipping method. There are 2 options. The first is automated. This is recommended for sellers that do not have a fulfillment center or existing shipping process. The automated option generates a prepaid shipping label for each order, paid for by the buyer. It's important that product weight and dimensions are accurate for an optimum shipping price. When orders are placed, simply download the prepaid shipping label from your TalkShop.Live account, stick it to your package, and ship. The second shipping option is Ship on Your Own. This allows you to assign a flat rate shipping fee or offer free shipping. With this option, you can download all of your order details in a CSV spreadsheet file and create shipping labels on your own through your existing workflow. After shipping labels are created, simply plug the tracking number into your account so the customer can track their order and you can be paid for the sale once the order is marked as delivered. Create a show by selecting My Shows from the drop-down menu and click the Create a Show button. Schedule your show by entering in the date you plan to go live. Give your show a name and description. Then click Save and Continue. Upload your promo video and a thumbnail for your show. Your promo video is a 20 to 60 second horizontal video that introduces you and your brand. It should also explain your upcoming show experience, product offerings, and incentives. Encourage viewers to follow your TalkShop.Live channel so they receive an email notification when your show begins. Finally, scroll down to select the products you would like to sell in the show. This example show page is ready to be published. The promo video and thumbnail are uploaded. The date is set, and the product is attached to the show. Click the Publish button and your unique show link will be generated. Grab your unique show link by clicking Share Show in the right column. Use this link as you pre-promote your show so viewers can purchase in advance or follow your channel to get notified. This is also the link where the live show will appear. To embed your show on your website, click the embed icon and copy the embed code. There are also embedding options for Shopify and WordPress sites. I hope this video has been informative. If you have any questions, please reach out to our support team for assistance.
Okay, couple of things jumped out at me. One, they really push the integration with Shopify. Apparently, they think it's a lot easier. The other thing that they do is there are many more shipping options. Instead of on PopShop, where we basically just had USPS in kind of a flat size for that $5.99 that they promote. This one you can have UPS, FedEx. You can have your own. You can, using theirs. The problem they said they have with people using their service is inaccurate measurements of the package. That just is a problem, so it's just something you have to do, but it does give you more freedom. It's not just locked into that small box that TalkShop.Live was promoting. The other thing, I don't know if you guys noticed this on there, but they have a toggle button for charities where you can promote contributions to charities from your transaction. And so some of you may find that to be pretty interesting. That's a good way to partner with somebody that has a pretty good sized audience. I'll just make this up. Let's say you want to do something with the food bank. Food bank is gigantic in Raleigh East. They cover all of that. The food bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina, I think they're called ENC, something like that. If they're getting a piece of the action, they'll promote the heck out of it. And they've got actually their biggest audience, believe it or not, is all of the corporations that support them. Like, for example, Cisco has just about every single employee of Cisco in the Triangle is affiliated with the food bank. So partnering with someone like that with that charity function, I think could be really dynamic. And it could be something that you could test, on a small scale and see if it works. But I really like the idea of helping the people who need the help and getting them to hustle your show. I think that's better than what we did with Shop Rural Day, where I reached out to all these institutions, but the institutions aren't really oriented toward consumer sales. The electric co-ops, they don't really talk to individual co-op members very often. They talk to the co-ops themselves scattered around the state. So I really like the charity angle, and I'm going to look into that some more. The other thing is they have every Friday at 3:00 Eastern, they have what they call their TalkShop.Live weekly workshop. And I'll make sure you guys have that link. But that one is pretty cool because it's designed for people to ask questions, like a support question in real time. And apparently a lot of people participate, a lot of other companies. So I think it's a good opportunity to get ideas and to talk about how things are working, best lessons or whatever. And either the founder of TalkShop.Live or the guy that I work with, who is apparently the best friend of the founder, runs that event. So it gets a high level attention from the management team there.
Dennis,
Yeah.
I had a question. I went ahead and started loading some of my products in. I went on and was watching some of the videos, and the Pioneer Woman was on selling.
Yeah.
I mean, that was yesterday. So I put some of my products in, which it's pretty easy to do, but I kind of was stalled where it said to put in like your bank, where you go in for the payout.
Yeah.
I've tried at my house, and then I'm here at work, and I'm on their service. It just sits and spins. I'm not part of Shopify. So it just sits and spins and spins and spins.
Okay.
So I'm not quite sure if that's, and I've tried it on a couple of different computers. So I'm not quite sure about that.
Reach out to my guy, and the guy, I've hired somebody, but that sounds like something I'll go directly to my contact at TalkShop.Live, and it may just be a little bug or something.
Okay.
I tried to do the same thing. I just went through it myself, and it was really a struggle to get I was using a debit card as opposed to a business account because I don't have a business account. And it just was very glitchy and complicated, and finally went through after I tried a whole bunch of different times. So I'll find out and get back to you on that. Any other questions?
I like the way the platform looks. I mean, I'm very grateful for this opportunity because I think that it's like anything new. I felt like the TalkShop.Live, probably, it depends on what category you have. You know, if you had the jewelry and the candles and stuff, even Kyle with his snacks and stuff, I think that that's a really good platform for that group.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm kind of like in a different choice, but not to say that it isn't profitable, but just the overall picture and the overall presence. I think the TalkShop.Live would be a better platform for some of us than others. And I think we need to just try everything. And I don't see anything wrong with going to the TalkShop.Live and maybe
the reason I was at Pop Shop is because they were willing to work with me and no one else was. Mm-hmm. Now that we've done this with Pop Shop Live, TalkShop.Live all of a sudden is very interested. They're competitors. So, you know, really Pop Shop Live they didn't throw any barriers up. They wanted us. They didn't charge all kinds of fees. Mm-hmm. So it was really just a matter of getting started. So now I think, well, you know, I'm really working on TikTok, mm-hmm. trying to get to their head of North Carolina operations so that we can take advantage of that because they really have a lot of people on that platform. So the other thing about these guys that they don't talk much about in that video, but they also, you can stream your show to your social media at the same time and to your website. So you can, like we did with Shop Rural Day, we embedded the event on shopruralday.org website. And I don't know how many people went there and looked at it there. But as I started off by saying that, you know, you may end up doing all of these things on your own website. You know, so doing that in bed and getting it on your website, putting it on your Facebook, various things, it's no extra work because it's all the same stream. So I think that's a real plus, and you need to take a look at that too. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is they actually have and I'll put this link in there. They actually have a documentation, if you will, which is hard to believe, which literally covers, I'm going to put this link in the chat, just about everything you can think of. And you can print it out if you want and have it on your, you know, on your stuff or just do it. Sorry, I'm trying to make room here for this. Okay. So it's called the Seller Success Guide. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I just want to kind of introduce you to it. So just give me a second here and we'll just take a quick look at it. Okay, so I put the link in the chat and I'll put it on Facebook, or if somebody wants me to send it to them, I will. But this is, it's in their help center and they have a really extensive information about your about how to do this. We kind of looked at channel setup and all that, and this I thought was pretty interesting. They spend a lot of time on how you should prepare to go live. Pre-production, you know, get set up on all your social channels. What to do a week before going live, the day before going live, the day of the show. It says here, share to your Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram story simultaneously. Tips on how to do the production, the best lighting, all that kind of stuff. I just thought it was nice that they had all this detail there, and it goes on and on. How long to make your show. Use a whiteboard or a sheet of paper with your talking points. Take your time. Answer your questions, pricing, yada, yada, yada. So I think it's very well thought through. I think they've done this before, you know, so I think that's pretty good. This section here on replay shows, a few days after your live show, share it again to your social channels so that people that may have missed it get a chance to go to it, you know, in case you missed it, etc. and they can still buy from the recording, which is different than the other guys. So I think that's pretty cool that you can keep the show going for as long as you want until your next live one, I assume. So I think that's pretty cool. And I think I may have posted this in the
Facebook.
yeah, I think I publish it as a PDF.
Mhm.
So hopefully you guys can see that there. I like that. I think that's pretty good. They just overall they just seem like a calmer, more organized group than the Pop Shop guys. I had a lot of difficulty chasing Alex down. And it was the reason was they were running a major show for Disney. I mean, I understand it, but you know, it didn't help us that much when we had 82 companies sign up and only 19 went live. And that's all on their end. There's nothing, you know, I offered to help, just didn't do it for whatever reason. And some pretty well-known big companies don't like being treated like that. So I've got a little bit to deal with on that. But these guys seem to be a little more, they do expect you to do this self-service as much as possible. They will help, but they put a lot of effort into this material with the idea that you can figure it out yourself. And really only if you're really stuck do you need to reach out. But the guy I've hired is named Andrew. He's actually my stepson. He's my wife's son. He works in Raleigh, and he has a regular full-time job, but he's going to be doing this. He's pretty technically savvy, so he'll be a good helper and can help you with this stuff too as well. You know, here at ECU, we're getting to the end of the semester, so my interns are going to disappear very shortly if they haven't already. I haven't seen them in a while. So I just didn't want to have it set up where we had to contact someone that cannot be contacted, so, or won't respond. So, and I mean that in all a good way. If I was an intern, you know, my contract was up. That's last you see me too. So I don't begrudge that at all. But anyway, this is I think a good next step for everybody who wants to do it. And you know, may turn out to be the right fit, or, you know, and I would encourage you, if Pop Shop Live is working, you know, keep doing it. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with that either. And there may be others that I'll run across, but these two guys, Pop Shop Live and TalkShop.Live, are kind of the head of the class in this field, from what I can tell. I've not heard or run into anybody who is considered further along than either of these two. So I think we're in as good a space as we can be. I really like the idea of going on the social media at the same time, going on the Facebook particularly. I think it's got to help. You know, I mean, that's just a whole, you already have an audience there. So to be able to reach that audience, it seems make a lot of sense to me. So so that's about it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This is Sana. Are we? I'm sorry, I joined a little bit later, so I don't know if you guys talked about this already. But are we gonna do something like Shop Rural Day with TalkShop.Live as a group, or are we just gonna try it out individually?
They have agreed to give me something called Rural Holiday Market. So we will have that, and I have a lot of questions about that to them, and which I'm working on. But it's going to be like Shop Rural Day. It's going to be a location on their app where you guys can go, but you also can go individually. It's not either or. You can do both. But we are going to have. And thank you for asking that question. I totally forgot about that. We are going to have the benefit of a destination, which we can then promote, and hopefully we can draw traffic to everybody who's there. But there's no requirement that you have to do that. You can be on your own, or do both. You know, it's just a way to build traffic. That's my hope.
Okay. Another question. Do you happen to know, off the top of your head, of their costs, because I tried to sign up at some point, something came up, like if this is my pricing, like if I was setting the product pricing as $14.75 for one of my products, and it came up as, there was a note that said 11 something is what you get out of it. So do you know, like, do they take a percentage or what?
I believe they charge 10.25, whereas Pop Shop charged 9%. But it's
Okay,
something.
and yes, we handle our own.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that question?
We lost her.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can still hear me. Your iPhone is still on the screen. So they do the shipping just like Pop Shop. That's an option that you have where the buyer actually pays the cost. But if you get a chance to go to our YouTube channel and watch this video again, it'll show you the screen where you specify the shipping. So there are more choices than there are with Pop Shop, but it can work exactly the same way if you choose it to. We're very, very similar.
Dennis,
Thank you, Dennis.
I'm sorry. I was wondering if anyone has said what time slots that they were better, that they had better sales at on the TalkShop.Live. And then what category they were in, like, the crafts might have done better at a certain time during the day. Maybe, I was thinking maybe I can, because I've been doing mine later in the evenings. That may not be the best time slot for my category.
Yeah. I'll try to find out for you if they have any guidance. I haven't heard anything. They are not located on the West Coast. These guys are located in Nashville. So they're on East Coast time, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all day today. Their Cyber Monday went from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I think they're oriented toward the East Coast. And I don't know if that means most of their followers are there, but I will try to find out if they have any guidance on that. But my guess is treat this like you were doing it at your home or your market, because I think it's kind of an East Coast orientation, unless I hear otherwise that they have a big West Coast contingent or something like that. They might also have spikes in traffic when they have a famous person on there. If Oprah is on there, Dolly Parton or somebody, Paul McCartney, that may influence what time people are on the platform.
I'll go after Oprah.
Yeah. Well, I think any of those are major
Really?
draws, and really what I would do if I were any of you, I would promote the fact that you are working with that network, right? It's just like if NBC came to you, right, and you're on NBC, and you're joining the other NBC stars, right? And that's exactly what you're doing here. So, Oprah, Matt McConaughey, I mean, they got a huge list of celebrities. You're joining that group. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're coming on their network. Yeah. So that can make for some really interesting emails and social media posts.
Perception is reality.
Yeah. No, it's but I mean, that's how you do it. That's how it is.
Okay.
So, okay. Well, I think that's all I have for today. I'm going to, I'm trying to learn as much as I can about these guys. They're quite slammed because this is a busy time for everybody. In fact, they had thought we could probably get in on the Cyber Monday, but it turned out that all the slots were taken by their existing merchants. So, they're obviously somebody's doing something here. It seems like to me.
Is any TalkShop.Live, any one of our group going to do TalkShop.Live today? Do you know?
I don't know.
I hadn't seen
I haven't got any notifications. Of course,
Yeah,
I didn't get notifications for either one of you all.
No, it's crazy.
Time or else.
Yeah,
I guess
that's one of my biggest complaints. I can't find anybody when I'm searching and looking and finding. So to try to help follow, promote, and hey, just be there for moral support if for nothing else. But yeah, that's a big headache with me right now. I've got several friends that have joined after our Shop Rural Day, and I can't find them. I think I got 5 minutes just before our class today as one of them was winding up that I don't even know how I stumbled upon them. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think that platform in that sense has not worked out really well from my perspective, because I'll go to everyone's show if I know it's live, and
Yeah.
I just don't, I haven't received anything other than Kime saying, I'm going live such and such, and
Yeah.
if I'm available, I'm going to try to get there. But so I don't know, to answer your question, if anyone's doing that or not. Eva, how about you?
I'm not going to invest any more time right now in the Pop Shop Live. I'm thinking it's really not a good fit for what I'm trying to build. But I am liking following this new idea of streaming commerce, and whether these two platforms are really valuable right now or something else comes into space within the next 2 to 3 years. I think that this is an interesting space and really would be most helpful in connecting small businesses to a larger national market. So I think it's very interesting. I wanted to ask Dennis, is the Talk Shop Live, is there also an app interface that you drive people to, or it's all web-based and you take a URL and then try to link it to your sites? I missed that in the video.
No, they have an app, a TalkShop.Live app.
Okay.
And they have a web interface. And they also told me that while they don't specifically have an Android app, now you can use the Chrome browser on an Android phone.
Okay.
Use it. So yeah, they have an app, and what they try to do is get you to use all the channels instead of just focusing on the app.
I'm going to follow what others do here, follow along on the Facebook shared group and check them out on the app, and maybe pull some YouTube video and just see what others are saying. But I'm not sure I'm committed yet to doing a Talk Shop Live. But we'll learn more. Maybe if they come on with a holiday marketing for 24 hours, I might jump on. But I appreciate the opportunity, and it is an interesting concept. So thanks, Dennis.
Yeah, well, we're going to promote our rural holiday shop, or whatever the hell it's called. When they give me that space, I am going to promote that, just like I did Shop Rural Day. So that will exist, and that is going to happen.
Okay, great.
But I'll let everyone know as they explained to me. When you go, they didn't show it in the video that we just saw, but there is a button in the sign up process where you can synchronize with other events. So we will appear as one of those events, and you'll be able to synchronize your show with that event. That's how that works. And you may have other events that they might put a call out, and you'll be able to sync with those as well. To me, that's all about discovery, about trying to have some critical mass where people can get an idea instead of trying to find everybody individually. I think there are a lot more merchants on TalkShop Live than there are on Pop Shop. I get that feeling. I don't know that for a fact, but I do get that feeling. So, all right. Any other questions or thoughts?
I had a thought, and I don't know how it can be done, but just with this particular group, which I've really enjoyed getting to meet everybody. I think everybody brings a whole lot to the table. Have a little store, and maybe like Opal's Candies, One Eats, Very Best Jams. There's some crafty people, and we could come on to the Talk Shop Live and have a store that features all these products at one time. Dennis can take 20 or 30 minutes. Sana can take time. Just everybody can take a portion of our show and showcase our product from that store, so that we can maybe get people, we're pulling from all these audiences to show, I'll pull from Very Best Jams, Opal's Candies, One Eats, and they see everything that's offered. And those people already know the One Eats, or they know the Opals, but they may not know this other, like the crafts, the jewelry. I don't know. It was just a thought.
Yeah, it's something I have thought a lot about, and from a technical perspective, it's referred to as a many-to-many platform, and it is the most difficult technically to achieve. Right? It's kind of like Airbnb, right? Airbnb has thousands and thousands of hosts, and the hosts sell their time, but each individual host does their own thing. And then there's the big Airbnb. So it's just technically a little bit complex. And I have been looking around to see if there's anybody that has kind of a platform that I could adapt for that. Haven't had any luck yet. The big problem is the multiple host. Unless you have all those products in one location being run through one credit card, it
Gotcha.
becomes technically difficult to do multiple. So kind of like eBay or Amazon, it's a hard one to do. But even like in the case of Amazon does all the charging, right? It's just their credit card. So that's the big gotcha, is that complexity. But it's a great idea. I agree with you 100%. I'd actually like to talk to the state about building something like this for North Carolina small businesses. They do a lot with things like guides and directories, but nothing for really selling. And I think it'd be neat if we had the ability where you could sell your stuff on a North Carolina centric platform and draw that marketing budget of the state, was significant. That would really be a good thing. I agree.
Okay, cool.
All right. Okay, well, that's it for today. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'll be posting on the Facebook and Andrew's contact information to help with this getting signed up. And I'll Allison, I'll find out about the difficulty getting the payment mechanism set up. Get back to you.
All right.
All righty. Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Have a great day. See you guys.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.